Jim, it feels like quite a while ago now, but how do you reflect on that 90 minutes to start off with?
I think I've got to be really pleased and proud of the players for their application tonight. We were all very disappointed after performance against Airdrie last week, and we certainly didn't want to finish the season on a performance like that. So, the players maintained their professionalism, really high standards. Disappointed to concede the goal, obviously, completely against the run of play. We had a couple of good opportunities before that to get our noses in front, but credit to the players, they kept going. We just asked them at half time just to increase the intensity and the level of speed when we had possession. I felt if we upped that 5-10% in the second half, that we would score more goals and we would make it more comfortable than what it was in the first half, and they done that and scored some really good goals. Could have been more, hit the post, missed a penalty. I'm just delighted that we were able to give the supporters, plenty of good attacking entertainment, just to add to the, party celebrations that were already here before, during, and after.
And how did it feel to get your hands on the trophy after quite a long, hard season?
Yeah, obviously a very proud moment on a personal note, but it's never about that. It's always about the group and the club and everybody connected to it. The supporters have played their part. The board of directors, the chairman Luigi, deserve a huge amount of credit for the backing that they've given me, and obviously my backroom team have been so supportive throughout the course of the campaign. You can't do this job on your own. You need to have good people around you, and I'm very fortunate to have that with my staff. And of course, you need good players. You need players that trust you and that buy into what you're asking them to do, and you need them to carry out the message. And I think, 85% of the time this season, we done that. A lot, I think, was made of that little blip that we had around about the third quarter where, we weren't performing well and we took a little bit of a knock in a few games. But, I think when everybody reflects on the season, there's not too many teams in the last 15 years of this championship league that have accumulated the number of points that we have. Defensively, we've been solid all season. I think we've got the best defensive record in the country, and the amount of goals that we scored. So people talk about it being a bit of a struggle, and other people talking about it as kind of limping over the line. I think it's been anything but limping over the line. To finish a season after 36 games on 75 points, I think is the sign of a really good team.
Obviously, when you came into the club, it wasn't looking great for us at that point. The club as a whole maybe needed a wee bit of a freshen up. So how different a place do you feel it is now?
Listen, I think winning games of football brings confidence, and of course, creates a good atmosphere. When I first came into the club, obviously there was a bit of negativity around the place. The players were low on self-belief, and we just unfortunately didn't have enough at that time to stay in the Premier League. And maybe it was a little bit of a blessing in disguise now in hindsight. When you look back on it, we were able to balance the books a little bit in the summer. We had to get rid of some big earners, and then we had to build a squad and a team capable of winning the league and getting us back into the Premier League at the first time of asking. And that wasn't easy because there's a hell of a lot of hard work goes into that. And Luigi has been a great support to me, our chief executive, and I think he deserves a great amount of credit as well for what we've done. But it's been a real collective effort, and off the disappointment of last season, I can't thank the supporters enough. I know there was moments in the season this year where they weren't happy with performances and results, and we understand that and we accept that. And I think we often held our hands up during those moments to say that it wasn't good enough, but they stuck with us. They turned out in brilliant numbers tonight, and I think it just shows everybody that the supporters are there. If we as a club invest in the squad again in the summer, if we get the recruitment right, if we put a good entertaining team out on the park, one that shows the supporters that they're proud to wear that jersey and they're going to fight tooth and nail to get the result, then the supporters will get behind you, and we've seen that all season. Yeah,
the supporters also did what they were asked tonight and staying in their seat, and that gave you the chance to share quite a special moment with your family. I know you've spoken about it previously.
Yeah, I have to thank them for that, and I know it's difficult at those moments like this when you don't get to celebrate winning titles very often at any club really. And I know, that must have been tough for them. Probably a few of them got itchy feet wanting to come out onto the pitch, but it meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to the players and the staff as well that they done what we requested them to do during the week, and it did allow us to really soak up the atmosphere and enjoy the celebrations. We didn't have to run off down the tunnel and miss out on those good moments with them, and of course, with our families and with our friends as well. I'm very fortunate. I've got a great wife, I've got 3 great children, and they've been such a brilliant support to me. Not just this season, but throughout the course of my career. And in this game, you tend to lose more games than you win more often than not. But this season has been a really enjoyable one for us as a family, and just delighted that I was able to spend that moment with them, and I'm delighted for the players and staff as well that they got to spend that moment with their family and friends as well. And we'll all have some great pictures and great videos to look back on of these memorable moments, and these are the things that live with you for the rest of your lives.